JJ Cool says, "Hey, old Matt, I generally agree with Sam that we shouldn't play into the Warren versus Sanders narrative. However, I would like to hear one honest Warren supporter explain how she can enact meaningful progressive policy by alienating Bernie's base." Would you like to take this, Jamie, being that I assume you're the Warren supporter?
I mean, she's not. Like, if we want to get progressive policies passed, it's going to require a grassroots movement. And the most activated people and the most involved people are the Bernie supporters. And if they're mad at Warren for being a fake friend, they're not going to be as helpful.
Yeah, the thing that Warren supporters will be explaining 6 months from now, whatever, if Warren's a VP pick or maybe she wins the nomination or something, is that the most important thing is to defeat Donald Trump. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Right. All right.
I think I like, and why I say that is, she chose to follow those advisors that wanted her to do this. This is an intentional decision. This is something she's helped with, aided by CNN, and those people are going to throw over. Like, I don't trust those people to really fight for debt cancellation, for instance, once they get into the White House. Right? That's not what we've observed happening with the Democratic Party. So Warren supporters need to explain why that's different.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to harp on this for too long, but to me, one of the things that's sort of ignored altogether is the fact that, like, who cares who leaked it or who told who or if it was on purpose or whatever. I mean, the idea is that this was a private conversation between two people, and the agreement based on what Warren previously said in an interview at South by Southwest last year was that private conversations remain private. And clearly one person did not abide to those rules, and they told somebody, whether she meant for it to happen this way or not, who knows? But she clearly told someone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is probably wise. I think it's absolutely true that Bernie Sanders' campaign has bigger fish to fry than Elizabeth Warren. So, like, I think
yes,
I'm not super concerned with disciplining people online, but I also think we need to also project that we know that Elizabeth Warren isn't the ultimate enemy here.
Matt, can you please stop sending those snake emojis? You're ruining Bernie's chances.
Give me 48 more hours.
Yeah, I've seen your Twitter.
I tweeted out snake emojis. I'm not going to deny it.
When Bernie, if something happens and Bernie doesn't pull it off, I know who to come blame.
Yeah. I'll take the blame.
It's not going to be a huge deal in the long run, I don't think.
No, I don't think it's going to. I think this is going to be forgotten about because neither of them want to talk about it anymore, it seems.
No.
Well, the problem is it won't be forgotten about by people on the left paying attention, which frankly is the reason Elizabeth Warren is doing better than the other Democrats besides Bernie in the race, and she just burned that bridge. But frankly, we've spent too much time on it. Let's move on.
Right. Well,
and the phone should be working now.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Wow, look at that. All right, let's try that. Well, there's one more item I pulled up because clearly our audience actually is not over talking about this. With the recording, this is Colorado guy, with the recording of the post-debate convo with Bernie and Warren finally coming out. I think we should keep this in mind. Instead of saying Bernie's chances of becoming president are now worse or that Warren is a snake, the overall possibility of true progressive legislation coming to fruition is now even more unlikely. Shame on Warren. Stay classy and much love, MR Crew.
I co-sign that. I think that's true.
Don't take the bait, folks.
I mean, I think the whole unity thing was a bit overrated in the primary anyway. But if we take it to be true that the left needs to be unified to fight Biden and Trump and all that stuff, like Warren's the one who ended that unity. So that's where we're at. That's just facts.
I mean, I feel like, maybe if we just all stopped being so, even though it's a primary, but for some reason we don't want the candidates going at each other. If we just got over that, maybe we wouldn't even be in this position to begin with. Maybe we would have already whittled it down to 2-3 people.
Yeah. It's time to stay focused. And I think it's at least part of this strategy that the Warren people want to provoke some sort of sexist, angry backlash online that they can then use to delegitimize the entire movement as a bunch of bros, which is so offensive to me at so many levels. So don't take the bait. Don't do it. Stay focused. Like, we could actually win this thing. Now is the time to be knocking on doors. Now is the time to be going to Iowa and New Hampshire. Now is the time to be staying positive and on message and not get distracted by some stupid bullshit.
All right, let's go. I agree. Let's,
If we can be stopped by this, then the Medicare for all thing probably wasn't going to be happening. So let's keep it moving, folks.
Right. Absolutely, that's a great point.